A happy holiday could turn out to be a striving one, and most time it could be stressful, especially for parents out there. It is really doing holiday like this. It's like most parents actually are not even on the forge that we need to have these kids at home, and but if they're at home, it should be a happy holiday for parents. What do you think? It is Earth Matters this morning, and I want to welcome you to your number one health radio, Pinnacle Health Radio. I am Samuel Alabi. Today we'll be looking at the right way, or let's say the practical way of us parenting during holidays. Parenting during holidays, what should parents know in the right way and in the practical way? Do you think it should be? It is what we'll be looking at today on It Matters. We go for a quick break right now. When we return, we have a news we are tracking at this moment. Stay tuned and don't go away. It is Ed Matters on the wheel. This is Ed Matters on the wheel. Trust you doing fine. Don't go away.
The baby needs a TV for the mother. A child is meant to play. Oh, it's a time to bond with my child.
The child is thinking of something that is natural as a disease. It will affect the way they manage those conditions.
Single. Some people don't know that you intentionally set some goals for your family.
But there's so much more we need to do when it comes to mental health in Nigeria, because we have one psychiatrist to 1 million and 1 million Nigerians.
It is Health Matters every Monday and Friday on your number one health radio, Pinnacle Health Radio. Download our 100 app and Play Store or listen via www.pinnaclehealthradio.org.
All right, welcome back to the Light Matters this morning. It's all about parenting right. We believe when parenting is not stressful, it's really the healthy side of parenting. So someone might be asking, what does parenting got to do with health? Well, if it is not stressful, if you are not striving and putting too much energy that is weighing you down, then we are talking about you doing it in a healthy way. This all of that period, and it's like most parents are trying to even exclude themselves from the kids at home. Many even get tired seeing them at home. But not all. It's not all parents. Not. Some are really happy, while a parent, grandparent, in-law will be unhappy. But as a rule, children will not be. And there's a little thing that they will always remember, like time spent playing, time you spend with them, time you spend, most times they still want to do things around. Kids enjoy when they have their parents around, but we don't know yet. Maybe when we do a review for kids like that, and when you start asking many, I think during summer like this, we have people who have a lot of programs just to keep them engaged and to keep them busy. We've had two schools taught on this part of during the summer. Parents should be there for them. Why somebody say, wow, this is a time where they need to get them engaged. Well, that school will say, no, 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 no. They have been busy with all the numbers of terms in school, the number of weeks in those terms, that this is right time where parents should have time for them. But you know what? To some parents, it's like the hell money is like, wow, I'm free. I'm going to release these kids to school. When it's getting to 4 o'clock or 5 p.m., especially in Nigeria, it's most parents thinking, what am I going to do with these kids? I don't know if you are thinking that way. I think maybe you might get getting some priority wrong at this junction. So our parental tips, there are a lot of tips, there are a lot of things people can do during the holiday. I'm not a parenting expert. I'm not even yet a parent. Yes, I have a lot of them around me who call me a father, and those who call me give me so many names. But the most important thing is that we can learn from the right people. How can we do it right? So this morning, I will be trying to connect Blessing Oladimeji. She is a parenting expert. Blessing as a group called Parenting, called Parenta with Blessing. Yes, the program itself is majorly for parents to do the right thing. She is an associate family life practitioner, and she largely focused on marital vision, bliss, and parenting. She teaches through parenting. She teaches through speaking engagement in school, in counseling section, in churches, and also in many places that need to listen to what is the right thing to do when it comes to parenting. I will be connecting Blessing this morning over the phone. We believe we'll be able to get Blessing right with us in the studio so that we even talk about our parenting during the holidays. What do you think we should know? Should it be boring or should it be stressful? We think we'll be able to get Blessing right with us today in the studio. Yeah, we have Miss Blessing with us. Hello, Blessing. Thanks for joining us today on Earth Matters.
Hello, Mr. Samuel. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning for those people who are listening. Up, happy holiday parenting. It's still holiday period, and there are a lot of people are still wondering. Most time, I do hear that people are not. Is it parents are not always. Well, I say they are not glad. I don't want to use the word glad right now. Parents just don't want the kids to be with them all the time. They believe there should be a time where they need to be free, and there should be a time those kids should not be around them. Is that a yes or a no?
Well, I would say it's a period of mixed feelings for parents.
Okay.
The holiday is a period of mixed feelings for most parents. For some, it's a time of relief from school runs, that's dropping off in the morning and picking up kids after school. To others, it's a time of complaint and stress of the long holidays. Like, why is the holiday too long? So I would say it's a period of mixed feelings for parents.
So actually, they don't want the holiday to be that long.
Yeah, they don't want it. But they don't understand that the holiday period is a time of refreshing for the children after a long session. They need to rest. It's a long session. And it's a time to even bond with their children, because they don't understand. If parents understand it, parenting should be intentional. That's one thing with parenting.
It should be
Parenting should be
intentional.
intentional. Yeah. Parenting is a process of discovering the innate ability of a child and intentionally grooming that child in a way that they become a value adding agent in their immediate environment. So if parenting is intentional, when it's time for holidays, they don't see it as stress because it's already a fixed period. So it's a time where they can even take their leave to bond better with their children.
All right, let's talk to the
Yeah.
aspect of the children. There's always this term, I want it now. Children want, children needs. Most time is kept parent away. How is it easy to parent right during holiday period
Wow.
when you have them on ground with you? Most time they might go for the short summer lesson and back, but that's that 2 to 3 hours, and they still
Yeah.
want you around. Now you are a parent, you have kids. How have you been
Yeah.
doing that during a holiday? This is a holiday period when they will need your
Yeah.
attention, and you also
Yeah.
you want to focus on something else.
Yeah.
How can a parent balance all these activities together?
Yeah, one thing that works a lot for parents and with children is to set routines. Routines work very well. Once the child understands that, okay, this time is mommy's time with the children, this time is the children's time, routine work a lot. And also setting appropriate limits and rules for behavior. It helps a lot. Set appropriate limits and have routine, especially routine. Routine works well with children. Once children know, they know how to disturb you a lot. When you tell them, okay, between 3 and 4, it will be mommy and children's time. We're going to play around, we'll run around. They won't forget and they can leave you to do whatever you are doing. But by that 3, they will come to meet you that, oh, mommy, it's time to play. So the thing is, parents should find time to play with their children. Most parents don't do that. They always act like they are busy. Something with me. For me, I have 3 boys. So
Okay.
you know what that means. When you have 3 boys and they're all over you, they don't understand it. But my first son is, he's about 7. So I had to let him know, say, mommy is doing this at this time. Mommy is, I show him my to-do list for the day. So you understand that. So I start playing with my children intentionally because I realize that what children understand is play. They don't understand anything. The only thing they understand is play. So I take time out. Parents can create time out to bond with their children such that you sit down with them, you watch their cartoons with them. It's very exciting for them. It might just be 30 minutes. Children love quality time. And once parents can give that to the children, then the children understand set limit. They know that, okay, there are sometimes that mommy is busy, there are sometimes that mommy can be free. So that's what I would say about that.
Now, when it comes to the aspect of ignoring, most time I don't mean relatives you may not be so happy to see, but talking about ignoring some minor child misbehavior, during this time you are going to see a lot, and
Yeah.
you want to focus. You don't want to talk about it. When you talk, it might get angry. It can get you irritated or even get you distracted. What is the best
Yeah.
way to go for like ignoring some child misbehavior? Maybe there'll be a better way you can still correct it later without distracting your activity for the day.
Yeah. The first thing is respect children and understand their personality type. Children are very different. They are not the same. So when you respect them, you talk to them like you talk to adults. You don't talk to them like they are just a child. You don't embarrass them. You respect children. Once you respect children and you're always talking to them, there are some things they do, but you understand it that they're just doing it. They're just being children. If you understand that children are being children, there are some things they do. You won't take it to heart. You won't get very angry. You just tell yourself, this person is just being a child. And because they have their different personality types, you have to understand, the child that when you shout on, the child will go into their shells. So you have to understand your children's personality type so that you deal with them in that way and never compare children with each other.
Never compare children with each other. And
We're all different and unique. Yes.
that takes me to, when we look at children now, we have the young ones, we have the teens.
Yes.
And it's like coming to how do you develop rules? This time the things feel like they need to see the friends when you want them to stay at home. While the young ones still want to play with the toys. But the ones that
Yeah.
are coming up, maybe those are the teens age, just want to feel independent. They just feel nobody at this stage, because I know this is a stage where they just feel like nobody should just be benching them around. When they were in school, they
Yeah.
were free. You are not there. But now they're
Mm-hmm.
at home, they're seeing you, they still feel like, I need to go and see this person, I need to see this. How do you develop rules? Because it's coming on the issue of developing rules and having structure in the right way so that you won't get them provoked and you will do the right parenting.
Yes. Now with teenagers, it's a different ball game.
Okay.
Teenagers want to be independent. They want to stay by themselves. In as much as they want to stay by themselves, some of them want to even stay in their rooms. They don't even want to go outside to see friends. They just want to stay alone.
Exactly.
But parents should find time to listen more to your children, listen more to your teenagers, and get talking with them. That's a way to develop a good relationship with them. You go to their rooms, you ask questions on some subjects, some topics. Can be sports for guys. You ask them about their friends. You ask them about what they think about some issues. You make them accountable, on some particular things. And you also make before you don't just set rules for children, for teenagers rather. You sit with them. You both agree. It's not something that you just sit down, we lay down rules and give it to them. You sit down together and you agree on the consequences and rewards of breaking a particular rule. They will choose the consequences themselves. So you sit with them and do it. Kids don't like when you act like you're a military barracks to them, you're a military person and you still don't know and know. No. It's babies that you do know. The vitamin no is very important for little children. But when it comes to teenagers, you have to respect them and realize that they are growing older. Understand that children are always growing older. And the children last holiday are not the children this holiday. They have changed. They have become older.
The children in the last holiday are not the one in Tuesday holiday. They have been a lot.
Definitely.
Well, let me ask this one. This is going to be the last one. Is parenting stressful?
Parenting is not stressful. It's not stressful. Now, the thing is this. Nothing means anything except the meaning you give to it. If you choose to see parenting as being stressful, it will be stressful. But if you choose to see it as a time to enjoy the childhood, why? Because when these children grow old, once they're after 18, you might not be able to get them anymore, and you'll be you long for that moment. So I think the first 18 years of their life, you should enjoy having them around. If you see it as being stressful, it will be stressful to you. If you see it as being a time to understand your children, to bond with them, and not to make the mistakes our parents made with us then you see parenting is very interesting. A good example is this. I am from a home whereby my parents don't play so much with us. But now I have boys. I had to learn how to play. I had to learn how to do hide and seek. I had to learn how to run around with them. And they'll be looking at me, Mom, we're having so much fun. It wasn't me, but because I'm intentionally raising these children, I'm intentionally seeing parenting as easy. And it helps me a lot because it helps me bond with them. I ask them questions, and you'll be amazed at how many things these children know. But if you don't ask them questions, you don't even know what they know. And questions are very good with children. If you ask children questions and you respect their opinions, they will always come back to you. So parenting should not be seen as a stressful job. Unfortunately, parenting is not something that we had a manual from heaven. You just find yourself being a parent and you're trying to figure out what do I do, and no one tells you. in the culture where we have, when you get married, after marriage, everybody's saying what's going on. 9 months after, you should have a child. Nobody's telling you what comes with parenting. So parenting is huge. It's interesting. It has its challenges. But at the same time, anything you see, like I said, nothing means anything except the meaning you give to it. So if you give parenting a time of enjoyment with your children, bonding with the children, you won't see it as stressful as it seems.
All right, this is a blessing Oladimeji with us today on the phone. It's really exactly discussion with you because I know we'll keep talking about parents. We might not live here today. I want to really close around this. We can't say no admit because I've seen the word there's still challenge. How do you try to take care of yourself? Because we've come to a point whereby in taking care of kids most time, we try to put our own health also aside, and it could detrimental to our health most times. How do you balance them up, taking care of yourself and taking care of the kids?
Yeah, very correct. Well, one thing I do personally is I lock my door. I lock the door to my room. And I tell them mommy wants to have a me time. She just want to be alone. So I lock my door with the key and I'm inside the room, and I give them activities to do. So that time they are busy doing one or two things. So I just go inside the room. I read books a lot to unwind. So I just read books. I try to relax. I don't know how to sleep very well. So I just lie down on the bed. At least I know I'm lying down. So because it can really be challenging, especially the holiday period. It can be, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. For working moms, well, they might not go through that stress as much as stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home parents, yeah. So,
all right, thank you, Blessing Oladimeji. Believes the more you confess positively about your future, the closer you will be in fulfilling your purpose. I want to say thank you so much for joining us today on Health Matters today on Pinnacle Radio.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Samuel. Thank you so much.
All right, we appreciate what you said. Thank you so much once again on behalf of the management of Pinnacle Health Radio.
Thank you so much.
It is Ed Matters on the wheel. This is Ed Matters on the wheel. Trust you doing fine. Don't go away.
The baby needs a TV for the mother. A child is meant to play. It's the time to bond with my child.
If the child is thinking of something that is natural as a disease, it will affect the way they manage those conditions.
Single. Some people don't know that you intentionally set some goals for your family.
But there's so much more we need to do when it comes to mental health in Nigeria, because we have one psychiatrist to 1 million Nigerians.
It is Head Matters every Monday and Friday on your number one health radio, Pinnacle Health Radio. Download 100 app on Play Store or listen via www.pinnaclehealthradio.org.